hold on, let me. Oh, I just saw a big Japanese super chat. I want to see if I still can do this. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. お帰りなさい。from Daydre. Thank you very much. いつも配信ありがとうございます。オフコラボもとっても楽しかったです。アイクさんは日本語の勉強はどうやりましたか？本など、元など、を読んだり、したのでしょうか？それとも動画などを、見てましたか？アイクさんは日本語がお上手なので、日本語で失礼します。いや、全然大丈夫です。英語は苦手なのですみません。日本語のコメントは全然大丈夫ですよ。they're essentially asking how did I 本など、okay, so they were asking how did I study Japanese, and the way that I did it, ところで、英語で返事してもいいですか？大丈夫ですか？日本語で返事したいけど、でも語彙力は足りないので、ちょっと難しいと思います。だから、英語で返事してもいいですか？皆さん、大丈夫ですか？Is it okay if I answer in English? いいよ、大丈夫。どっちでもいい。Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, the way that I studied Japanese was mainly through immersion. And I've said this many times, but I don't think that it hurts repeating because maybe not everybody knows. Even though I learned hiragana and katakana through writing and like traditional means like textbooks and whatnot. For example, hiragana I learned in an afternoon actually. And the way that I did it was so silly because I just found a hiragana quiz online and I repeated that quiz over and over and over until I got it perfect every single time. When I was able to do the hiragana quiz perfectly every single time, then I just started reading Japanese sentences and see if I could pick out any of the hiragana. And as it turns out, I could. And then I did the same with katakana. But when it came to kanji, I still struggled to this day. I'm still trying to get better at kanji. For how I expanded my vocabulary and grammar, believe it or not, my main usage was social media and watching shows. I spent a lot of time on Twitter, following people who spoke Japanese. I spent a lot of time on Nico Nico Doga, and I watched Japanese YouTubers and live streams. I watched a lot of anime, quite a bit of dramas, and all that stuff. I essentially surrounded myself with the language. And when you surround yourself with a language, one thing that our human brains are really good at is picking out patterns. And it's kind of like how babies learn languages, actually, because babies don't really understand how languages or anything works, yet they are still able to pick up languages very fast. And that's because our brains are really good at solving patterns. So even though there's quite a bit of ambiguity, a lot of things that you don't understand in the beginning, when you completely surround yourself with a language, essentially cutting out all English, all Swedish for me. And it was just nothing but Japanese. There was many things I didn't understand, but slowly but surely, my brain started like noticing, oh, this goes like that. This is a phrase that is used quite often. Oh, this is how that is said. This is how this intonation works. Oh, when you ask a question, your pitch at the end should like go up. And all those little things started making sense. And then I found out about flashcards, or through a program called Anki. So I started making my little Anki deck with sentences and kanji that I encountered that I didn't understand. And then I did those exercises every day. on and off. I used to be a way better student than I am right now, and sometimes it would take a while when I found a word or a sentence I didn't understand. I put it into Anki and wrote the meaning of it there. And eventually, after encountering it for maybe like a couple of days or a week or so, I would understand it, and then it would disappear for a while. But then after 2 weeks, the program would throw it at me again to see if I remembered. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. But the times that I did, I felt very good about myself. And yeah, I just did a lot of that. Repetition or just sticking to the process is very, very important. And that's essentially what I did in order to get to the level that I am at in Japanese. I am very, very much like a novice when it comes to Japanese. I keep saying that I'm around like N5 level, maybe. Deimu Senpai says that I'm stupid and that I'm wrong and that I'm way better than that, but I don't really agree with her. She's just whenever I say that I'm around N5, she's like, "What do you mean? You're so stupid. You're way better than that. You know words that I do not." But in a very Deimu Senpai kind of way. I think you're N3 and N2. I don't think so. I think that my grammar, mainly my grammar and the intonation or pitch accent need the most work. Oh, and kanji is very, very difficult. I am very bad at kanji.